My dear friend, how good a leader are you? Do you just talk the talk or do you walk the talk? May the peace and joy of Christ be with you today. Leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality. We see through the Gospels, Jesus and Pharisees having constant troubles and arguments, and most of the time, the Pharisees being left speechless and triggered. In today's Gospel, which is taken from St. Luke chapter 6, verses from 39 to 42, we see Jesus speaking about blind leaders, or rather, addressing the Pharisees as blind leaders. It is natural to expect a leader to have clear eyes that he may lead the followers in the right path, that no one will be lost and no one falls into the ditch. John C. Maxwell says, a leader is the one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. And for that, a leader needs to have clear eyes, good sight, and a great vision. There are many factors that make a leader blind. Let's name a few. First of all, hypocrisy. And most often the trouble that Jesus had with the Pharisees was their hypocritic attitude. And that's why someone said, I would prefer rather to be a sinner than a hypocrite, because Jesus showed mercy to the sinners but was very strong with the hypocrites, because they often talk the talk but seldom walked the talk. Secondly, pride. The person with pride would think that he is the most intelligent person around. He knows all about religion, all about science, all about politics, and all about sociology and everything, and there is no one that he needs to really consult or contact or consider. He would not even consider the suggestions or opinions or even the feelings of those who are close to him. And even more dangerous is the spiritual pride. The one with spiritual pride would think that there is no one who prays like him, who is close to God like him, who is as spiritual as he is. And they will begin to become judgmental and condemn people. And this is what exactly happened with the Pharisees too. And thirdly, greed. Greed for power, greed for social status, and greed for recognition. They would expect everyone around to accept them as their leader and recognize them and respect them. Fourthly, lack of vision and conviction. They would talk a lot about God and faith and Bible and sacraments and pious practices and the things that need to be changed, the world and the world order, but they are not sure of how to lead, where to go and how to go about. But still they think they are the leader and everyone should follow them. They would command and all would obey and follow. But they do not have a vision. They do not have a conviction. They are blind leaders. And fifthly, lack of trust in God. They might talk a lot about God and prayer, and they might say Lord written prayers, but they do not take time off to pray personally, a prayer that touches their heart, prayer that they really mean. They are taken up and carried away by things that happens around, and they talk more about God but experience God very little. Less prayer. They become blind leaders. My dear friend, every Christian is a follower and a leader as well. And among many, there are three things that can help us to get rid of our blindness. First, practicing humility, a virtue of all the virtues. Secondly, spending time with the people whom you think are smaller or simpler than you are. And thirdly, taking time off in prayer, to spend time with God and with your own self, a time of introspection. That is where you would see the log. That's where you would receive the grace to remove the log from your eyes, so that your eyes would become clearer, your sight would become better, and your vision would become greater. My dear friend, how good a leader are you? Do you just talk the talk, or do you walk the talk? May Christ, the greatest leader the world has ever seen, redeem us. Amen.